Hello, welcome back to Algebra. It's been a long day, as most days are these days, thanks pandemic. So you can see I'm a little bit more disheveled than I normally am, but that's all right. We're going to still learn some algebra today. Now, over the last couple episodes, I've been teaching you how to factor. And one of the things we can use factoring for is solving more complex equations. For example, this. We've got x squared minus 6x minus 16 equals 0. Now that would be a really hard equation to solve with our previous set of tools because of the squared term and the regular x term. There's not really an easy way for us to handle that. But because of factoring, we can now make this equation much easier to solve by factoring. So, just like we were doing before, we're going to set up our equation like this. We're going to have our parentheses, and it's just going to be set equal to 0. That's how we're going to do it. So if we factor this, our back number was 16. So we've got 1 and 16, 2 and 8, and 4 and 4 as factors. I think 2 and 8 is going to work for this one. So I'm going to have x plus 2 and x minus 6. There we go. X plus 2, x minus, oh, not 6, 8. Come on, Mike. There we go. X minus 8. All right. Now, how does this work? How does this help us solve an equation? Well, it turns out when you have an equation like this, okay, every number that you can put in for x to make this term 0 solves the equation. Let me show you. If you put negative 2 in here, negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Negative 2 minus 8 is negative 10. Negative 10 times 0 is 0. If you put in 8 here, 8 minus 8 is 0. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 times 0 is 0. So any number you put in here that makes the term go to 0 is the answer. So that means that x could be either negative 2 or 8. Awesome. Now, if you want to check your answers, you can always go back and check it by plugging it in and figuring it out, just like we've always been able to do. So, for instance, we could put negative 2 into this equation. So we get negative 2 squared minus 6 times negative 2 minus 16, like such, down here. Negative 2 squared is 4 minus negative 12 minus 16 equals 0. 4 plus 12 is 16, minus 16 equals 0. See, it works. So by factoring it, we can get the correct answers. Let's do another example real quick. Here I've got x squared minus 5x minus 14 equals 0. Okay. Now to solve this equation, we're going to do the exact same thing we did before. We're going to factor it. So I have my parentheses up now. And I'm just going to factor this thing. 14, our factor pairs are 1 and 14, and 2 and 7. Which one's going to work for that one? 2 and 7. We're going to have x plus 2 and x minus 7. And that means our answers are whatever would make the terms 0. So in this case, it would be negative 2 and 7. And there we go, we've solved that equation. Awesome stuff. Now, there are some trinomials you might remember that are too difficult or maybe too hard to solve or factor. In the next episode, I'm going to teach you how to solve those equations and make it easier for you so that you can get it done. Can't wait to see you next time. Enjoy your algebra-filled day.